give you something right off the bat.
All right.
So, big tall guy, you're not using your body to your advantage, so it's like your legs are sort of pistons that are going to create the speed, and right now your legs are kind of not working for you.
Okay.
So we're going to work on the pivot before aiming. Let's just get back here. So if you were to hold this thing off like so, and in your current swing, it's not going to deviate very much. It's not going to move very much. But ideally, what we're going to see is we're going to see these hips start to open. So if we hold this thing here and we kind of fall into our posture, on halfway back we're going to match this line.
Okay.
And then halfway through, or all the way through, the puck's going to be over there. So we can imagine ourselves, first of all, let's talk about the posture.
Sure.
So go ahead and get into your stances there. You're going to hit this ball.
Okay.
Let's stand straight up and down. We got the option to be back in our heels or the option to be all the way in the balls of our feet. We kind of want to land just in the balls of the feet. We're very tall and just relaxed. And then you're going to imagine somebody punches you just above the belly button. And what would that do? It would kind of put us like that. And then we're going to bring the rest of this down to the ball.
Okay.
So it's going to feel kind of grandpa style. Get a little wider in your feet.
Okay.
The reason we're grandpa style, so we're here, balls of our feet, very tall. We get punched right here, and then we bring this down here. So we're kind of rounded down to the ball. The reason we're there is because golf was taught like this for a long time, where you wanted to have your back perfectly still,
Right.
and we were just going to twist around this point. But the problem with that is the tendency is to come up and out.
Yeah.
It's not a very athletic, neutral position. So if we start here, we go, and get down here. Then we got room to go tall, so then we can go down into the ground like this.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we're going to start out with that super sweet posture.
How's that?
Slight knee bend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then imagine. So hold your club off to the side like this.
Okay.
When you're in that golf posture, slight knee bend. There we go. All right, so match this line on the ground halfway back. Okay, the back is going to be turned like this.
Okay.
And the hips are going to turn like that. And then coming through, it's going to be like that. Okay. So just drill that a couple of times, but make sure you're in your golf posture. It's not like you're just turning like this.
Right.
I want you to be kind of hunched over in your golf posture. Figure out how to match that line. There you go. So that's not happening right now.
Right.
Just try a couple like that now, with just a little sensation. Actually, start all the way cleared out. Start here, and then recreate it. Okay. Start there. Weights all the way on this side. There you go. Let's transition to that side. Start it there. That's our impact position. Recreate that. Beginning back there. Okay. Now let's just do a normal swing. Feel like you're tracing this line halfway back, and then you get to that line halfway through. Good. Ball position on these, we want to be slightly forward of center.
Slightly forward.
Go ahead and get comfortable. I'll set this thing up. Ball position a little forward of center. And then match this line with our imaginary delt protrusion. Okay, so now that we got the hips working, let's cross this deal across our chest,
Yep.
like this. And fall down into our posture. Imagine we hit that line with your hips, and then we're going to match with the shoulders. So it's going to look like this. And then on the other side, it's going to look like that. Halfway back, your left shoulder goes down. Halfway through, your right shoulder. Keep a little bit of flex in this knee. There's a tendency to come up and out like this. Just a little bit of flex. There you go. That's awesome. Sweet. All right.
Got it.
Do
Yep,
that.
I
You
got it.
pound that.
That makes more sense. Tried to pound it.
It's all right. Let's take a quick look at the grip.
Yeah.
That's really good work with the lower body. That's going to be a big game changer. Okay, so we've got this fatty pad here
Yep.
and this fatty pad here. They kind of ride. See how those are kind of like moving over it? So the grip is going to actually ride. This fatty pad is going to be on top of the grip. It kind of helps to take the glove off
Yeah, I
just
was
for
gonna
now.
say.
You kind of see the anatomy of the hand. So see if you can get that kind of action. My hands probably got a little bit more.
So all the way up there.
Yeah, you're going to want to feel that thing ride right there. Right there. Okay,
Okay.
so try to grasp that naturally. Okay, cool. And then loosen up slightly. You want this thing when it's square, you want to see like 2 or 3 knuckles on this hand here.
Okay.
There we go. Excellent. And
Okay.
then, so
Yeah,
what
I
do we
think
do?
I'm used to doing more like that.
Yeah, so the grip is super non-negotiable. It's got to
Right.
be really solid. That looks good.
Okay.
Okay, and then you want to hide the hot dog basically. We're going right there. We don't want to see any part of that thumb.
Okay.
Do you tend to interlock, overlap? You
That's what
overlap.
I've done.
Okay, you got the Varden grip. That's cool.
Is that good?
That's no problem. It's mainly your left hand that was an issue.
Sure. Yeah.
So this thing's going to cast a V up over here. You want this V to be pointed generally in the same direction.
Got it.
A general looseness in the hands.
Right. Yeah. I have that tendency too to grip too hard.
Okay. And let's see if we can recreate that hip movement with our new grip. Good. Do the hands kind of feel familiar? Maybe
Yeah,
to
it's
an older
familiar. It's
version?
just more it's just a little adjustment, right?
Okay.
Just a little directional thing.
There you go, balls at the feet. There you go, there you go. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Feeling a little better?
A little bit. Yep. I just can feel it start together.
Here, so turn to where you're matching that line there, and then you got to figure out a way to round the corner.
Yeah.
So we're going here to there. How do you get that?
Pop your hips real fast.
Nice, dude.
Okay.
Feeling better?
Yep.
Good.
I've always known to.
You just
I
gotta get
gotta
more
that-
active than
Yeah.
the
Just
lower
didn't
body.
really know how.
There you go.
Here we are.
Cool. position, always a little forward of center. I'll reset this thing. I always find that kind of just the geometry of this to be helpful.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It should feel like effortless. You should kind of get the body doing work for you.
Yeah, right.
Armsy and handsy. Watch a couple. So, this is restricting your hips a little bit, so a little nuance of the setup that we can work on is if we're just standing straight up and down, my butt isn't out. So
Okay.
from this position, I just want to kind of fall into my posture without my butt sticking out.
Okay.
So if you can start tall, feel the weight in the balls of your feet, get punched, and then fall down without the butt sticking out, your hips are going to work even better.
Okay.
So you feel like there you go. Start there. Weights here. Yeah. Just fall into the posture without sticking the butt out.
Got it.
It should help the tracks be even more greasy on the turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna take some.
If it's totally uncomfortable, you don't have
No,
to do
it's
it
not.
right
It's
away.
just it'll be something to think about.
Slight bend of the knees without sticking the butt out. If we come back a little bit, are you going to hit this thing? Give me a little practice swing and make sure we're not going to reach that.
Okay.
Comfortable. You can put your glove back in. Sorry.
What's that? Yep. I already tell that's going better.
Good. That was a little, there was no turn going on.
Yeah, my body knows that. Yep, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, that's kind of the engine and,
Right.
and the chest turn. Okay, so I think we've got the gist of that. Let's throw in a little extra wrinkle here.
Okay.
So if I'm going to ask you to do some preset drills, I want you to imagine that your hips are on line with this. This is our imaginary impact. Did you ever play racquetball?
Yeah.
So when you go down to smash a racquetball, where's my body? My lower body's there. My shoulder's kind of coming down the ball. My right arm's bent.
Yep.
And this shaft of the golf club is actually going to be leaning forward a little bit. So it's kind of this situation. Okay?
Okay.
So what I want you to do now is start here and then just do these little motions.
Okay.
We're just going to start to learn how to compress that ball.
Okay.
So I'll help guide you into that position. Starting the racquetball smash finish position. We're all the way forward.
That's right.
Okay, this is here. Stay left, but then just bring this down. Okay, there you go. Okay, now figure out how to start there and then just whack it like a hockey shot.
Yeah, I did play hockey too. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, you stay there and we're going to just figure this out. It's a little awkward, but
Yeah,
it's going to
that's
give you
fine.
a new kind of sense of compression.
Yeah.
Start to take some nice fluffy divots. Up, back. Weights all the way forward, clear, clear, cleared. Cool. See one more time. There you go. Great. Start here, a little crispier contact. Should feel a little bit more speed. Okay, so now let's go preset back to normal. Preset back to normal. Just feel how you get there.
Yeah.
And really exaggerate that chest opening as well. So get to the preset. There you go. Very good eyeballs. They're looking at the camera.
Okay.
You can see both butt cheeks in the middle of the back at impact. Good. The reason for this is more about the chest. You've done a good job of learning how to move the hips. Now we're just trying to get you that impact with this crazy cleared out chest. You blend those two together, you're really going to start smashing. Another way to feel sort of this connected, crazy rotary move. I'll switch this out. So go ahead and grip the club normal. Set it down to the imaginary ball.
Yeah.
Cool. So you'll notice it's going to start resting on your rib cage. This whole thing is going to come in one piece here, and then we're going to get to that mythical impact position and figure out a way for this club to be behind you in this position here.
Okay.
Okay.
Where should that be pointing?
There you go. I like that better. A little bit more gradual turn with it. Excellent. Yeah. And it's okay to trace. There's like a saying that got overplayed in golf where you want to keep your eye on the ball. It's okay if you kind of track it.
Sure. Okay.
So as you hit these next few, I just encourage you to feel your neck kind of just very comfortably, just track. And so this, if you really get aggressive on these and you're out of sync, you're going to whack the hell out of your ribs. So
Okay.
just go go real smooth on these, but just focus on not smacking yourself in the ribs, and you're only probably trying to hit it to this first flag.
Sure.
It's just a tiny move, but we're going to work on big turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I whacked it.
Yeah. So just maybe some that are just this smooth for now here. Rotation. New man. Beating them. Haynes Valley. I put that on TV. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Haynes Valley, that's...
Go ahead and track it down.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like your neck is going to hurt. Instructor back in the day told you to keep your head down.
That's exactly right.
That is malpractice.
But...
Yes. All
doing
right.
that.
Love it. Yeah, the reason the butt out kills you is because you got really no room to move. If you're
Yep.
there, your only move is to come up. So if you start grandpa flat butt, then you can go up, and then you got room to go down and racquetball smash. But
Got
you're
it.
really going to kind of grip and go down into the ground. But if you start with the butt out, the only way you have to go is up.
Yep. Makes total sense.
Small swing. Follow it with your neck. This whole piece comes together to here, and then to there. Let's just do that small for now.
Okay, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, just get these are just like little wristers, basically. Just small shots. Some quality of contact. I don't necessarily want this to feel locked out,
Okay.
but I want it to kind of stay longer through the swing. So go ahead and set up. I want this left arm to feel like it stays long because this is turning bigger.
Got it.
Yep, good. Nice deep turn. That's called depth. Good. That's the spot. Cool.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
kind of makes
good.
sense how your body's turning the club, not the hands. Should start to feel
Yeah,
very
that's-
passive.
Yep.
One more time, I just want to kind of make sure that's cleaned up. Cool. Cool with that. Let's
Okay.
hit a handful more.
Okay.
Just like that. It'll make sense. Just to the flag. I'm just trying to relearn rotation. As simple of a machine we can make. As few
Yeah.
moving parts as possible. Just the hips and the chest turning. The hands are just along for the ride. Good. That's a golf shot.
Yep, I get it.
All right, well, then
Let's do more.
drop the apparatus.
Okay, yeah, good. Oh.
It's all right. If our contact starts getting bad, let's just rehearse the hips
Yeah.
meeting our geometry there on the ground. Big turn, turn. Good.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll help me open up more.
You'll be able to hit more efficiently further.
Totally. And more consistently.
Yep.
Everything was clean and smooth and nothing was jerky.
What did that feel like? Are you starting to self-diagnose a little bit?
Yeah, that one, I think instead of rotating back, I lifted up a little bit.
How's it feeling to not have the butt out? Is that still weird?
I'm focusing on it.
Okay. Can you give me just a little bit more? This is right bend. That's how you shouldn't. I mean, I'm asking a lot of it.
No, it's okay.
Going through. So, yeah, the right arm is real long at impact, which is fine. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. So when we're at that racquetball position, can you give me just a little bit more right bend so you're closer to the ground? There you go. And then figure out how to get there dynamically from a normal position. There you go. And feel how that right shoulder, there's a saying like...
It almost dips.
Yeah, there's a saying that the shoulder goes to the wall. Here's our wall.
Okay.
And then the shoulder goes to the ball. Wall.
Okay.
Really be able to turn and burn. Love it.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly,
Probably
never thought too much
didn't
about
ever
my
really
shoulder.
have a lot of divots. Or if they
No,
were, it was chunky.
If it was chunked. Exactly.
We should start to see the divot in front of the ball. If there's no divot that's hit well, that's fine too.
Sure.
Most of the time that's big. Yo! That's what I'm talking about. The impact position becomes more familiar, then you're going to kind of get back to the moment better. There you go. That right arm's going to be real bent, chest is super turned. Love it. I like to think about, sometimes in my mind's eye, it's like, have you ever seen this, like the wireframe images of like the golf instructor stuff where it's almost like superimposed over someone's body where you can see.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, I just think about, like, if I've got little points in space here, like, on what axis is this turning? And I just encourage you to start maybe just thinking about some of the new feels in terms of that.
No, that's
That'd be helpful.
it is. I've never thought about my shoulders and my swing.
Yeah, Does that feel like why that makes sense?
Yeah, it feels like that's like I know I'm getting power from here,
Okay.
right? And not from
Let me.
these bad boys.
Yes. You can swing with just the arms, but it's not very consistent. So let's see the impact position. Yes. A little bit more right bend. There you go. Nice. That's a different sound.
Totally different. That was definitely more lean in the divot right there.
All right, let's just see what happens if we go. Have you seen our friend Matthew Wolf on the PJ Tour yet?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you anything about him.
So here's what we're going to try. So we'll have a swing where we go like this. We're going to preset impact, go back to normal, and then just make a full swing.
Okay.
So before we pull the trigger, we just want to feel Matty Wolf style. Let me get you on flat turf here. Right here, racquetball, and boom. The hips are going to feel like there. Halfway back.
Yep.
The hips are going to feel like there. And you start to realize, kind of like in the movie, it's all in the hips. It's kind of it.
Yeah, like I know that, right? Like I've never known how to get there.
It's sort of the motor that makes it work. So preset one and then just rip. Let's see where our new normal is. So good.
Okay. I honestly, like, I wasn't sure that didn't feel the full swing, like it was going to come off, and then it kind of did.
Okay.
So
that was a little hybrid. So let's differentiate between our preset and get back to home. So don't start there. Let's finish there. So just that as a little reminder to kind of feel our new normal. Right then. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now come back to stock standard, and then just rip. See if we can recreate that dynamically. Okay, stick with it. Stick with it. The feel of those hips pivoting backwards. All good, all good. Stick with it.
Compensation.
Just think turn, that seems to
Yeah,
help.
that's
Or,
right.
or what helped me is back to the target, belly.
Yeah.
Back. Or you can make it once you got through the basics. Love this side, it's great. Nice. It's gotta be kind of a new normal.
Yeah, no, it is, for sure. It's the... Thinking about the content.
Okay, cool. You know where point
I remember from my
Not sliding.
earlier lessons, right, years ago, that I have forgotten to focus on.
Balls of the feet. Good. Really good. I love that you're remember that. It might help, it might hurt, but sometimes thinking about keeping your, you don't want to be rigid in your neck, get set up, but if you can just think about the swing happening where the logo on your hat sort of stays in the same box through the whole swing,
Yeah.
it might help kind of stay inside a little bit the foundation.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Let's just see if that feels weird or not.
I think that's part of why I head down too, is that I've had the thought, at least in various stages of my game, to be really, not swaying.
Okay. Yeah, the way you don't sway is just really focusing on this right off that rule, like the oil.
Yeah, okay.
A little right then, yes, you remember.
Oh.
Kind of rehearse the chasing it down the line.
Oh, God.
Alright, so here, turn here. Go ahead and look up with it, like follow the head flow. So keeping that eye on the top of here, and then go ahead and start turning that. There you go. Let's try that. Just give yourself the freedom, permission to chase it down the line with your eyes. That'll help your chest turn more naturally. Yes. Oh, that's so close. So cool. It's just like so rotary, it's quicker, it's match that line on the ground halfway back with your hips. Really deep turn. Yes, so good. Whoa! Please tell me that was one of the better shots you played.
And I did
Cool. You can always get
So we'll
better.
get there. Ah. Okay, yep. I didn't do everything as well as I've done, but I did
Good.
a couple things better.
Start to self-diagnose a little. That's good. When you get it right, it's almost like cheating. It's so lower body driven that it feels like it happens by accident. It
That's
just really
yeah,
is efficient.
yeah.
A lot of curvature, that helps. A lot of people, the ball's going everywhere. So you got
I have been slicing the hell.
okay. I've got the grip
Yeah, I
It's
know.
sort
I
of
don't want to
important.
complicate.
It won't hurt anything. It's just good info. So relative to your path, so your path is really neutral. You've got pretty much right down the line. Relative to that, you can imagine sort of a pendulum block.
Yeah.
Sort of going right down there. But a little attachment on the pendulum has an angled thing. Base is a little bit left of the direction that the pendulum is swinging. So it's just going to impart this little bit of side movement.
Yeah.
So long story short, the face was looking left of where your path was swinging. And
Got it.
when you were slicing everything, the face was looking right
Yeah.
of where your pendulum was swinging. And I suspect your pendulum was swinging drastically left, and then the face was relatively right to that. So was the ball starting left and curving right?
100%.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Which was relatively new for me. That creeped in the last month.
Okay, and it was probably just because of kind of uninformed
I was
legwork.
I was trying to fix things with my swing without knowing
Okay.
the foundational pieces. I think a lot of it.
Sounds better.
It's starting to feel.
Hopefully it's just like, okay, this is kind of a more compressed feel we want. Aha! I mean, you moved through better than I did. That's great. I wasn't
Whoa,
taught,
easy.
I wasn't taught this way. So I'm more of an arms, like I throw the club at the ball.
Sure.
And I've been doing it long enough where I can time it up. But this is going to create such a passive club face where you can really learn to swing your chest and your hips as fast as you want, and you're not going to sacrifice really any distance. Quite frankly, like the more efficiently and faster you turn, it should be a straighter shot.
Oh,
It's just like
yeah.
a stronger commitment to. It's basically you're just moving the motor faster.
Okay.
But
That
there
makes
should
sense.
be less
Yeah.
variable.
Pistons firing, like you said.
Yeah. Gonna try some longer clubs.
Yeah. Love that one too. These are very much starter clubs.
Okay, that's fine. Do you hit the driver ever?
I hit my 3-wood.
Do you have tees?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta unlock the driver.
I do. That was one of the things that needed to happen. I just wasn't ready there.
I'm not an equipment snob. You can learn to hit this thing just fine.
Okay.
It's not gonna, perform quite as good, but it's like a
I'm not gonna
Toyota
bring it-
versus a Ferrari.
I'm not going to
And
bring it
they're
to
both-
Payne Valley, but until I can,
Oh, you're not gonna bring this to Payne Valley?
get a better
You gotta upgrade before you hang with the boys? I don't know.
maybe.
You
We'll
should be
see.
dominating by then so they can just shut up. Alright. Ball position with the driver is a big difference.
Yeah, way front.
Way in front. Let's set up some of these lines again. Here.
There. Okay.
And then, I'll just see if we need to add any more. But otherwise, it's the same swing.
Wider stance or
Yeah, wider stance, a little wider than shoulder width. All position forward. Same grip. There you go, work the
I think I
legs.
need to do that, yeah.
Work the legs, yeah, right then, that's great. irons.
just threw me off the length of the club. I
Okay.
think.
Reach. Do me a favor. Reach where it was again, so I can see that.
So irons and 3-wood and everything you're hitting down on. That's why we got the divot.
Driver. If you imagine the pendulum of the clock, we're trying to catch it just after the bottom of the arc. So actually up on the upswing a little bit.
Right.
One of the ways you can adjust your setup a little bit is just to give us a little tilt this way.
Okay.
That setup, that will just encourage the arc to be on the upswing. Other than that, we're still going to do the same leg work, same grip, that butt sticking out. Yeah, just give me a little right tilt away from the ball. Perfect.
Got it.
No. Far off. Rotate that left hand a little, see, a little left. You want to see like 2 numbers.
Focus on right
Let's coil a little bit.
there. Okay.
So you got the leg work on the chest turn. There you go. Hold on to the club. I'll guide you the other way. You do the lower body. I got the upper body. So we're gonna go to there.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot more.
You're gonna feel like a stretch. It's like you got a rubber band that you're and that way you can snap it around the other way. Good.